Hello, welcome to our channel. Welcome back if you're joining us again for another video. Today we're going to be looking at what happens typically when beginners start techniques or even sometimes advanced students. We're going to be looking at the different problems that happen with different techniques. And today we're going to be particularly looking at Ikkyo. We're going to be giving you specific points where we usually see common mistakes and give you hints for those places. So stay tuned and you'll figure out all the details.
Okay, so let's have a look at a few common mistakes, and we will start with the ones which are common both for Omote and Ura-waza versions of Ikkyo. Okay, and then we'll go to specific ones for Omote and specific ones for Ura-waza. So the ones which are which are shared which are the same for Omote and Ura-waza. One of the things is how you grab the elbow for Ikkyo. And I start here from a Shomenuchi because then it's easy to see from the camera side. What we tend to do, what we want to do, is creating a spiral with the arm that will then follow the spiral movement of the Ikkyo. So actually we want to grab the elbow, and maybe I'll show it here. We want to grab the elbow from underneath so that as we push, we get this angle here. The elbow is not straight. Okay, so the thing to avoid is trying to get directly on the elbow from the side or going up but on a straight elbow and then trying to force the Ikkyo technique on a straight elbow, which is difficult to do. The uke can resist. Okay, so elbow not straight but grabbing the elbow from underneath and then creating this spiral shape. The second one, which is common for Omote and Ura-waza, is when we are actually going down. So I'll go directly into this position here. And the mistake that we can make here is getting on our knees before the uke goes down on the tatami. And here actually he can rebound and try to push me away and resist the technique. Okay. So actually I want to make sure that uke's shoulders touch the tatami before I descend with my knees on the tatami. So that as long as uke is not fully down, I stay a bit more in control. I can stand up again and continue something else. Okay, so these are the two common mistakes that we see usually for both Omote-ura. Now let's go to the ones which are specific for Omote-waza. So one that we have for Omote-waza is the leg which we are using to step in. Okay, so I'll do it from this angle here. So the way we want, and we put a lot of attention to this with our students and correct it every time we see it different. For Omote-waza, we want to move with the front foot, make a big step, so that here when I arrive with the uke here for the Omote-waza, I have some distance. Which is a safe distance for me from his other arm, from his other shoulder. If I do the mistake, so if I go with the other leg, he might recover my leg here, enter, and put me down on the tatami. Okay, so this is the risk of entering with a leg which is closer to the uke in Ikkyo Omote-waza. And to avoid this, we always correct our students to go with one which is away from the uke. The second important thing for Omote-waza is trying to force the final takedown, so from here, before I finish the spiral movement. If I stay here, the uke is still solid in this place. When I try to enter, he can resist. Okay? So the way to avoid this is really to make sure that you finish the spiral. You're actually getting in front of your knee with a leading hand. And then I turn my hips. So I turn my hips, and this actually takes away the balance from uke, where I can, without using a lot of force, I can now bring him down on the tatami. Because he's not stable anymore. I took away his stability from the position. Okay, and the last part is actually only one thing that we will show today for the Ura-waza version. And it is the way how we enter here to the side, and then we want to do the Ura-waza movement, so making the uke go around us. Now, if we think about it this way, that I need to make the uke go around me, I might have a tendency to pull here, which will not really work, as you can see. So the way we think about this is I need to keep this movement forward in front of me, but I'm actually moving with my base backwards, opening up the space for uke. So I don't make uke walk around me. I actually make uke fall into the space where I was just before. And actually I can use a yamabiko principle here, the mountain echo principle. I can apply a bit of pressure on the center line so that when the uke comes back, I turn away, and as he's coming back, I extend the movement, letting him fall into the space where I was just before. Okay, so these are the few common mistakes that we usually see with the Ikkyo technique at different levels. Let us know if you know some other mistakes that people usually do in your dojo. And thanks for watching. See you again soon in another video.